Think buying a car under $20,000 is a safe move. Think again, because in 2026, some cheap cars will quietly cross 200,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance, while others will hit you with a $4,000 repair bill before you even finish paying them off. We're talking about cars mechanics trust with their own money, and others they tell you to avoid at all costs. Today, we're breaking down 12 cars under $20,000 that will last forever, and 5 that'll bankrupt you if you choose wrong. Let's start with one of the safest bets on the road. Number 1, Toyota Corolla, 2019 to 2023. The Toyota Corolla isn't exciting, but that's exactly why it wins. Most people expect a basic sedan to feel cheap and disposable. In reality, this is one of the few cars that just refuses to die. We're talking 200,000 to 300,000 miles with routine oil changes. Maintenance costs stay low, parts are everywhere, and reliability ratings from sources like Consumer Reports consistently rank it near the top. Real world, these cars dominate taxi fleets and daily commuters for a reason. Owners regularly report driving them for a decade with minimal issues. Why it lasts: simple engines, proven transmission, no unnecessary complexity, and that's the secret. The Corolla isn't trying to impress you, it's designed to outlast everything else on the road. Number 2, Ford Focus, 2013 to 2018 automatic. The Ford Focus looks like an incredible deal until the transmission starts failing. On paper, this car checks all the boxes: affordable price, modern design, good fuel economy. But the reality? Completely different story. Models with the PowerShift dual clutch transmission are infamous for failure. We're talking jerking, slipping, hesitation, and in many cases, total breakdown. Repair costs? $3,000 to $5,000. And sometimes it happens more than once. Real-world owners have reported replacing transmissions multiple times before 100,000 miles. There were even lawsuits and recalls tied to these issues. Why it fails? A poorly designed transmission that simply wasn't built for real-world driving conditions. And here's the scary part: it feels fine during a test drive. The problems show up later. This isn't a cheap car, it's a financial trap waiting to happen. Number 3, Honda Civic, 2019 to 2023. The Honda Civic proves you don't have to sacrifice fun to get reliability. Most people expect a reliable car to feel boring, but the Civic flips that idea completely. Under the hood, these models regularly push 200,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. Fuel economy stays strong, repair costs are low, and resale value remains among the best in its class. Real world, Civics are everywhere. Daily commuters, first cars, even modified builds, and they just keep going. Mechanics consistently rank them as one of the safest used buys under $20,000. Why it lasts: bulletproof engines, refined CVTs, and years of proven engineering. This is the kind of car you drive hard, and it still shows up every morning without complaints. Reliable doesn't have to mean boring, and the Civic is proof. Number 4, Nissan Rogue, 2013 to 2017. The Nissan Rogue seems like a practical family SUV until the transmission gives up. On the surface, it's everything buyers want: spacious, comfortable, and affordable on the used market. But here's the reality: these models are known for CVT transmission failures, often before 100,000 miles. And when it goes, you're looking at $4,000 or more for a replacement. Real-world owners report hesitation, overheating, and sudden loss of power, sometimes on the highway. Exactly the kind of problem no driver wants to deal with. Why it fails: early CVT designs that simply weren't built to handle long-term stress. And once the transmission starts slipping, there's no cheap fix. What looks like a smart family SUV quickly turns into a very expensive mistake. Number 5, Toyota Camry, 2018 to 2020. The Toyota Camry is what happens when comfort meets bulletproof reliability. Most midsize sedans aim for a smooth ride, but few can match the Camry when it comes to long-term durability. These 4-cylinder models are known to cross 250,000 miles without major issues. Maintenance stays predictable, fuel economy is solid, and repair costs remain among the lowest in the segment. Real world, Camrys are everywhere. Commuters, rideshare drivers, even high-mileage highway cars still running strong after years of abuse. Why it lasts: simple, naturally aspirated engines paired with proven automatic transmissions. No unnecessary complexity, no risky tech, and that's the advantage. The Camry doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just perfects it. If you want a car that quietly does its job for the next decade, this is one of the safest bets under $20,000. Number 6. BMW 3 Series High Mileage Models. The BMW 3 Series looks like a luxury bargain until the maintenance bills start stacking up. On the surface, it feels like a steal. Premium badge, sporty driving, and used prices that seem too good to ignore. But here's the reality. Once these cars pass 70,000 to 100,000 miles, repair costs skyrocket. We're talking $1,500 for water pumps, $2,000 plus for suspension work, and potentially $5,000 plus for engine or turbo issues. Real-world owners often end up spending $15,000 to $20,000 in maintenance over time. That's more than the car is worth. Why it fails financially: complex engineering, expensive parts, and labor-intensive repairs. This isn't unreliable in the traditional sense. It's just brutally expensive to keep alive. What looks like a cheap luxury upgrade quickly turns into a long-term money drain. Number 7. Honda Accord 2018 to 2022. The Honda Accord is what happens when space, comfort, and reliability all come together. Most buyers expect a larger sedan to cost more to maintain over time, but the Accord proves that doesn't have to be the case. These models regularly push 200,000 miles and beyond with routine maintenance. Fuel economy is strong, parts are easy to find, and long-term ownership costs stay surprisingly low. Real world, Accords are a favorite among commuters and highway drivers who rack up miles fast and still keep going years later. Why it lasts: well-engineered turbo engines, refined transmissions, and years of reliability improvements. It's not just durable, it's comfortable doing it. This is the kind of car that handles daily driving, road trips, and long-term ownership without breaking a sweat. Reliable, spacious, and built to last, and exactly what most buyers are looking for under $20,000. Number 8. Chrysler 200. The Chrysler 200 might look like a stylish, affordable sedan, but under the surface, it's a completely different story. On paper, it seems like a smart buy. Sleek design, comfortable interior, and low used prices. But here's the reality. These cars are known for engine problems, transmission issues, and electrical faults, often showing up earlier than expected. Repair costs can quickly climb into the thousands, especially as mileage increases. Real world? Many owners report constant trips to the shop, chasing one problem after another. Why it fails: inconsistent build quality and poor long-term durability. And there's a reason for that. Chrysler discontinued the model entirely. What looks like a budget-friendly sedan turns into a never-ending repair cycle. Number 9. Toyota Prius 2016 to 2019. The Toyota Prius might not look exciting, but it's one of the most durable cars ever built. Most people worry about hybrid batteries failing early, but the reality? The Prius has proven that fear wrong for over 2 decades. These models regularly cross 200,000 to 300,000 miles, and many still run on original components. Fuel economy stays insanely low cost, and maintenance is minimal compared to traditional gas cars. Real world, Prius models dominate taxi and rideshare fleets, some pushing 300,000 plus miles with proper care. Why it lasts: Toyota's proven hybrid system, simple engineering, and one of the most refined powertrains in the industry. Even the battery often lasts far longer than people expect. This isn't just a fuel saver, it's a long-term ownership machine, quiet, efficient, and nearly indestructible. Exactly why it's still everywhere. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz E-Class High Mileage Models. The Mercedes-Benz E-Class feels like a premium upgrade until the repair bills start hitting. At first glance, it looks like a smart deal. Luxury badge, smooth ride, and used prices that seem surprisingly affordable. But here's the reality. Once these cars age, maintenance costs explode. We're talking $1,000 plus for basic repairs, and major issues easily crossing $5,000 or more. Real-world owners often face problems with air suspension, electronics, and complex engine systems, all expensive to fix. Why it fails financially: advanced luxury tech plus aging components equals constant high repair costs. And here's the catch: you're not buying a cheap car, you're buying a cheap entry into expensive ownership. What feels like a luxury bargain quickly becomes a wallet-draining nightmare. Number 11. Mazda 3 2019 to 2022. The Mazda 3 feels like a premium car. Without the premium headaches. Most compact cars focus on being cheap. The Mazda 3 does something different. It feels upscale, yet stays incredibly reliable. These models are known to cross 200,000 miles with routine maintenance. Ownership costs stay low, fuel economy is solid, and long-term durability continues to impress. Real world, owners consistently report minimal issues even after years of daily driving, and unlike many rivals, it still feels refined the entire time. Why it lasts? Simple. Naturally aspirated engines, and Mazda's focus on proven engineering over risky tech. No overcomplication, no unnecessary systems to fail. It's one of the rare cars that gives you premium feel plus long-term reliability in one package. Quietly underrated, but incredibly hard to kill. Number 12. Subaru Impreza 2020 to 2024. The Subaru Impreza brings something most reliable cars don't. Standard all-wheel drive. Most AWD vehicles come with higher maintenance costs, but the Impreza manages to stay both capable and dependable. These models can push 200,000 miles with proper care. Safety ratings remain strong, and it performs confidently in rain, snow, and rough conditions. Real world, it's a favorite in colder regions where reliability and traction matter equally. Why it lasts. Proven boxer engine design and a well-balanced AWD system that's been refined over the years. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but when conditions get tough, this is the car that keeps going. Reliable, practical, and ready for anything. Exactly what many drivers need under $20,000. Number 13. Honda Fit 2015 to 2020. The Honda Fit might look small, but it's one of the smartest long-term buys you can make. Most people underestimate it because of its size, but the reality? This thing is built to last. We're talking 200,000 plus miles with minimal issues. Maintenance is cheap, fuel economy is excellent, and reliability is classic Honda. Real world, owners keep these for years, not because they have to, but because nothing goes wrong. Why it lasts? Simple engine, lightweight design, and fewer complex systems to fail. And then there's the bonus, those famous magic seats, giving it insane practicality for a small car. It's not powerful, it's not flashy, but it just works every single day. This isn't just a budget car, it's a long-term ownership cheat code. Number 14. Subaru Crosstrek 2018 to 2021. The Subaru Crosstrek looks like a rugged little SUV, and thankfully it actually lives up to that image. Most small crossovers promise capability but struggle long term. The Crosstrek, it's built to handle both daily driving and rough conditions. These models regularly reach 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. Owners get standard all-wheel drive, good ground clearance, and strong safety scores, without sacrificing reliability. Real world, it's a go-to choice for drivers who deal with bad weather, dirt roads, or light off-roading. Why it lasts? Proven AWD system and simple, durable engineering shared with the Impreza. It's not the fastest, and the engine can feel underpowered, but it keeps going. Where other cars would struggle. Reliable, capable, and tough enough for real life. A rare combo under $20,000. Number 15. Chevrolet Bolt EV 2017 to 2022. The Chevrolet Bolt EV might be the biggest surprise on this list, because it proves EVs can be both cheap and incredibly durable. Most people worry about battery life and long-term costs, but the reality, the Bolt has quietly become one of the most reliable budget EVs out there. With 200 plus miles of range and far fewer moving parts than gas cars, maintenance costs stay extremely low. No oil changes, no transmission, fewer things to break. Real world, many owners report trouble-free ownership, especially after GM addressed early battery concerns with recalls and replacements. Why it lasts. Simple electric drivetrain and fewer mechanical components compared to traditional cars. And here's the advantage. Less complexity means fewer failures. It may not be flashy, but it's one of the cheapest ways to own a long-lasting daily driver today. Number 16. Mazda CX-5 2018 to 2021. The Mazda CX-5 feels like a luxury SUV without the luxury maintenance costs. Most compact SUVs focus on practicality. The CX-5 adds refinement and still manages to stay reliable. These models are known to reach 200,000 miles with routine care. Ownership costs remain reasonable, and build quality is consistently praised across the board. Real world, owners love the quiet cabin, smooth ride, and minimal long-term issues. Why it lasts. Mazda's focus on naturally aspirated engines and avoiding overcomplicated tech. No risky systems, no unnecessary gimmicks, just solid engineering that holds up over time. It's one of the rare SUVs that gives you premium feel plus long-term reliability in one package. Comfortable, dependable, and built to go the distance. Number 17, Nissan Versa, 2024 to 2025. The Nissan Versa is the cheapest new car in America, and surprisingly, one of the smartest safe bets under $20,000. Most people assume cheap means unreliable, but the Versa flips that expectation. For under $20,000, you're getting a brand new car with a full factory warranty, modern safety tech, and solid fuel economy. That alone reduces a huge amount of ownership risk. Real world, owners looking for simple, no-stress transportation are choosing the Versa because it just does the job without drama. Why it lasts: basic, proven engineering and fewer high-risk components compared to more complex vehicles. It's not fast, it's not exciting, but it's predictable. And that's exactly what you want at this price point. For buyers trying to avoid expensive surprises, this is one of the safest entry points into car ownership today. So now the real question is, which side are you on? The cars that quietly run for 200,000 miles without complaints, or the ones that look like a deal and end up draining your bank account? Because as you've seen, under $20,000, the difference between a smart buy and a financial mistake is everything. Drop your pick in the comments. Which one would you trust the most? And if this video saved you from making an expensive mistake, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world car breakdowns, because the next video might save you thousands.